ladies. So, if you're doing a full body massage, it will be 1 hour, and that would exclude the face and scalp. If you are doing the face and scalp, as per the previous video, then you would cleanse the feet, do the face and scalp, and then carry on with your massage on front of legs. This video is going to cover front of legs, so I'm going to cleanse the feet. Remember, just like before, you're using peppermint or tea tree, and you have already checked with your client that they're not allergic to either of those. Peppermint and tea tree have antibacterial properties and cleansing properties, so they're the two essential oils that you would use. You only need 2 or 3 drops on each one, and you've already checked, remember, that your client isn't allergic to one or both of those. We cleanse the top of the foot first. Make sure you go in between the toes, back ridge of the toes, and then underneath. Now, it doesn't matter if your client has showered this morning, if their feet have been in shoes, boots, you will have to cleanse no matter what, because they will pick up dust on their journey to you, or whatever they've done between their shower and this time. You're going to cover your feet, and once again use your lined bowl for your used consumables. Obviously we've touched feet, so we now go and wash our hands. So, our client knows that we've gone to wash our hands. She knows that you're hygienic and you're following hygiene rules. We're going to uncover the first leg. Make sure that you can reach the top of the thigh. Make sure you can reach the inner thigh, but obviously your towel must cover your client all the way down, and you would never remove that towel. You are only revealing the part of the body that you are going to be massaging at that time. The first thing we are going to do is we are going to get a teaspoonful of oil. Only a teaspoon, you do not want it running everywhere. You are going to make that warm over your trolley. You don't want oil dripping all the way over the floor. Let your client know you're back, just a gentle touch, and then we're going to get the product on the skin. Now, oil is mostly used for body massage, but you can use massage creams, massage lotions. There's 2 rules to massage. The first one is never stop moving, and the second one is never take your hands off of your client. So obviously you need to make sure there's enough product on before you start. You don't want to stop. So your hip is level with the end of the bed. It is not further back because you are overreaching. You are not further forward because you are twisting to reach the foot. So your hip is level with the end of the bed. We know the bed is right height because we've done our test, which is flat hand, posture absolutely even on both feet, and my hand is flat on the top of the bed. We know that if my hand is doing this to reach the bed is too low for me. If my elbow is bent to reach the bed is too high for me. That's going to cause repetitive strain injury over time, and it's going to give you problems with your back, aches and pains and so on. So we're going to start the routine, and the first thing we're going to do is 6-4 effleurage. So we have 2 hands together. We're coming up the shin, around the knee, we're leaning in, and the outer hand will go up high, the inner hand will go low. And you're coming all the way down, including your foot. Keep contact, keep moving. Around the knee, leaning in. We are going to do 6 of these. This is the effleurages. This is going to prepare our client for heavier moves. It's going to distribute your products. It's going to warm the area. And we always start and finish with effleurage on any type of massage. Remembering outer hand on top, inner hand below. You want this hand to go higher to reach the hip. You want this hand to go lower to do the inner thigh. Lean in, perfect posture, back straight. Front knee bent. Use your weight, do not use your strength. So, lean in. At this point, you're checking with your client whether the pressure is okay. Is that pressure okay? Excellent. Don't guess or assume, always check. And remember that different body parts will take different pressures. And you need to gauge that. Okay. So, we've done 6 for effleurage. We're going to start at the top and work our way down. So I'm going to do 3 deep effleurage of the upper thigh. That's its preparation. We're going to go side on. My feet are wide apart because when I work down this side, I will be bending with my back absolutely straight. And I am doing the kneading. I'm going to go round 3 times. After kneading, it's plucking. And I'm going to go round 3 times, keeping my back straight. After plucking, there's cupping. Cupping is not slapping. You can hear the difference and the client can feel the difference. It's not comfortable for your client if you are slapping them. You need to cup. Cover that little hole there and create a popping reaction on your client's skin. So with knead, pluck, cup, into the hack. Now my client's already showing erythema, which is the blood rushing to the area to defend what it thinks is an attack. That blood carries nutrients and minerals, vitamins, so it's feeding my client's skin, speeding up her circulatory system, and speeding up the lymphatic system, which you know is their waste disposal system. It clears out all toxins and waste. So it's a good thing that that's speeded up. 3 times round, please beware of hacking. It is not chopping, it is not rigid. That's uncomfortable. There's a movement in your wrist and you are just ricocheting off of the client's tissue. So we've done our knead, pluck, cup, hack, and now we're going to beat. You are using this part of your hand, and it's a rotary movement. When you come to the other side, you can either go really low, or you can reverse. But you are going to go around 3 times. And after beat, we're going to ring. So, lift, twist, turn, all the way to the side, lift, twist at the top, turn, make sure your thumbs are forward, not back. You are not giving a Chinese burn, you are ringing. Move your body, with the movements, keep your back straight. So that's 3 times. I've gone down, up, down, turn, 3 deep effleurage because we finished with the upper leg. And we want to soothe that area before we work our way to the knee. So our thumbs circling at the top of the knee, separating to come round either side of the kneecap, circles at the base, make my way back up, so that would be twice now. We would have gone around the knee, circles at the top, and circling back down. Okay, so we're now going to work on the lower leg. We want to prepare it, so that's always with a effleurage, but the foot will be cold now, so keep contact, keep moving, warm that foot, come to the knee, and back down for 1. Include the foot each time. For 2. So we have a shin bone in the bottom of our front of the leg, so we can't do all of that tapotment that we've been doing because it would be very uncomfortable for your client. So for the front of the legs, on the shin bone, we're going to do our circles all the way up to the knee, flat hands, maximum contact, okay, so the next point of call is going to be the ankle. So we're going to do circles with our thumbs on top of the ankle and use our fingertips to come round the ankle joints. Thumbs on the top, so this will be number 2, and fingertips around. Thumbs on top, this will be number 3. So let's get that ankle joint more mobile, release some lactic acid and waste that may be sitting in that joint. Rest your hand underneath the client's ankle, not her heel. If you put the hand underneath the heel, it's going to stop you rotating the foot. So under the ankle, make sure your hand is on the bed. You do not want to take the weight of your client's leg. You don't need to. 3 times for rotation. 3 times back in the opposite direction. We are now going to keep our back straight, come lower to massage the base of the foot. And I'm going to make sure that my thumbs create a deep massage on the sole of the foot. Do not go light, that is going to just tickle them. So nice, firm, deep pressure, 3 times around the base of the foot. I'm kneeling down with my back absolutely straight. I can now stand, support the foot with one hand while I rotate the toes 3 times one direction, 3 times back, and a nice firm tug. That's not a yank. You are not yanking the toes, which could bring them out of joint. You are literally going very deep down on the root of the toe and giving them a nice firm tug. So I've broken up all the waste, lactic acid, toxins that may be in the joints. Let's try to flush them through to the nearest lymph nodes. So we want to flush with our thumbs in between the big toe and the little toe. You'll find the ridge in between the metatarsals, and we are coming back gently. We are not dragging the waist back down. We want to go towards the heart always. So that's 3 on the outside toes, then the 2 middle toes, those metatarsals, that's 2, On your last one, you are preparing to go back into walk stance position. You have not lifted your hands off your client and you have not stopped moving. So we have 6 full effleurage. This is our finishing move. We always start with effleurage, we always finish with effleurage. Back nice and straight. Use your body weight, don't use your strength. Outer hand on top so it can go higher. Inner hand inside so it can go shorter, lower down on the thigh. Your last move is going to stop at the ankle. This is the only time you would have stopped moving. Gentle pressure and release. The next video is going to cover a different body part. It's going to cover the stomach because we are going to do the routine in the correct order depending on how it was written. You're going to now cover that leg, make sure the client's feet are warm and they're all tucked in, and then you can uncover the next body part.